on the planet of Talon 4. 4 racers in the Week 5 preset for the Metroid Prime Randomizer weekly race will go head to head to head to head. Samus looking to not repeat the same mistakes as she did on planet Zebes by blowing at the freaking Kingdom Come. Welcome to the Metroid Prime weekly randomizer race. I'm WXFan21. Today, we got 4 racers. We got Sam, Nye, Arrow, Razor, and Ammo Ginny. And folks, on your restream, Nye the Bath on your left, Arrow, Razor on your right. Can these two please not blow up the freaking planet like Samus does to Zebes? Let's go. Welcome to the Week 5 preset settings. What does that mean? Welcome to Open World Major Minor Week. So K-Rar in Twitch chat is going to be extremely excited. Major Minor, what does that mean? Is that the only major items that you see on your tracker, including a shuffled charge beam, are going to be only in the major locations. Everything is open. There are no missile doors, super missile power bombs, or beam doors. It is just the what do you call it? The thing, chat. The thing. It's just the major item locations. And the first major we're going to start off with here is Alcove and main PBs. Okay. And yes, Vita, I am aware of that. It was meant as a joke. Haha. I know the timeline. So with main power bombs acquired, these racers should be heading to the Artifact Temple, but Nye's actually going to skip that major and is going to head into Chozo. Arrow headed to the Artifact Temple to see what the major is over here. Again, folks, we do have a shuffled charge beam. So we blow up Tori, and Samus blew something up. It was more meant as a joke. It was a funny intro that I thought would be funny. For those of you that don't know, I'm WXFan21. I'm joined by the fantastic Op82 on the tracking. Make sure you show some love to our amazing tracker, Op82, in the Twitch chat. Again, Nye's making a quick play for Chozo. Arrow, if this major proves to be important, we're going to find out, and it is Spider Ball. What is this? That was Wave Beam. Okay, so we got, I think that was Wave Beam. It was something but Spider Ball over at Artifact Temple. Arrow also going to go grab the Artifact hints. Nye making a quick play for Hive Totem again. This is Open World Major Minor Week. Your major item locations here in Chozo: Hive Totem, Ruined Shrine, Tower of Light and Tower Chamber, Zoid, which is the Burn Dome, where you get your Morph Ball Bombs in vanilla, Sun Chamber, both Flagra and Chozo Ghost, Watery Hall, where you get your Charge Beam, Antique Chamber, and Elder Chamber. The most major item checks of this entire thing, ladies and gentlemen. So we will see what's over here. It's probably our vanilla morph, and it is. And there's a missile expansion. So launcher is also randomized. We already have main PBs. I think Arrow Razor got hints, but I am not sure. Does launcher count as a major pickup? Yes. To answer Twitch chat's question, launcher does count as a major pickup because it is technically a major item. But of course, you look here in randomizer, it's like, oh, missile expansions, we get missiles. Yes. But in the logic settings, you need to find your launcher before you're technically supposed to use missiles. And if you hear a little crackling in the background, I apologize. My AC is on. It is really wicked freaking hot, dude. Arrow Racer spots what I think was Ice Beam, but doesn't have their Morph Ball to get out. They're going to find that at Hive Totem. Sandra saw him, so it's Chozo Ice Temple, Elder Chamber, Research Core, Storage Depot A, Tower of Light, and Central Dynamo. Folks, we are making a play for mines, which we're going to do anyway. It was not, it was Boost Ball. Not Ice Beam, but Boost Ball. So this is really interesting because we have all of our Morph Ball upgrades, which I think is really interesting at this point in the scene. Can OP have charge in these settings? I'm not sure, K-Rar. Beetle Jam is over. Hope you all are rocking out to that. Boost Ball is going to make this go very fast for these racers, so Arrow finds their morph and are going to find their first missiles as well. And now Nai's going to make a play back to the Artifact Temple. Nai's going to get Spider Ball and Artifact Hints. Arrow Razor's going to get Boost Ball. And the Racer is a pretty neck and neck right now. K-Rar seeing the seed where charge was in PMT. That just sounds terrible. So we are most likely going to be seeing boss fights in this seed. Again, because the bosses are major item locations, Flagra, Thardus, and Omega Pirate. We will be seeing them, as well as some minor bosses, the Chozo Ghost. I wouldn't even call them mini-boss. We're going to probably see Phazon Elite. So, again, major, minor splits. We are going to be listening to Nai's audio. We do not have audio from Arrow Racer. And they are unsynced, so we do apologize for that. There's Arrow going to get their Boost Ball. They are now in the lead once they finish clearing Ruined Shrine. Basically, Nai has to go all the way back to Chozo. Nai's going to grab that spider. This puts all of Chozo in logic due to these settings. So Spider Ball is going to get us into late Chozo. Can get through Upper Furnace with no problem. So again, the next major items that these racers are going to encounter is most likely in Watery Hall. But all the minor locations also have your energy tanks. They are not part of the major shuffled group. So how much energy do these racers feel comfortable with racing and finishing the seed at? There's Nai going to check their artifacts. 6 artifacts in this preset. There's Chozo Ice Temple, Elder Chamber, Research Core, Storage Depot A. That means we have to do the ridiculously long mines clear of that room. Tower of Light and Central Dynamo. So while there may be not an artifact in lower mines, there is, in fact, 2 major item checks in lower mines, Omega Pirate and Phazon Mining Tunnel. Nye is making a play for the Tower of Light artifact. Arrow Razor making a play for Watery Hall. And it's going to come across the Wave Beam. We get some waves in chat for the Wave Beam, please. Nye going to do this vanilla with that Spider Ball. Interesting to note, Arrow Razor never went and got their artifact here in Tower of Light. Thank you, Twitch chat. Appreciate it. Double missile pickup here for Arrow. Oh! Ice Beam, Tower Chamber, and Wave Beam and Watery Hall. Wow, this is interesting. Yes, folks, if you're just tuning in, this is open world, major, minor. It means all doors are blue. Items can be anywhere, except the majors have to be in major item locations. Arrow's gonna want that Ice Beam for later. We'll see if they go back for it. Nye, nice routing by them. They are able to route in the Ice Beam. Don't really have Space Jump yet to get the other one. They have come across Ice Beam. I wonder if our missile launcher is that right over there by Ruin Fountain. Careful, Nye. Now it's a Zoid play for Arrow. Arrow's got to be careful. They do not have bombs. So Arrow's hoping for vanilla bombs here. It's an expansion for Arrow. Nye's gonna grab their Wave Beam and some missile expansions. Arrow will wall boost. It's possible. Not logical, but possible. Wave Beam acquired. Nye's not even gonna grab the missile expansions. Nye in the lead, based on items. What are we gonna find? It is vanilla bombs! Zoid with vanilla bombs. Good job, Arrow. We'll see if that's where Nye heads. Nye is gonna do the pivot save here. So what you'll see, folks, the racers will be doing what is called the pivot save. They're gonna take the save here in the Ruin Court, and the Ruin Gathering Hall, Ruin Courtyard, whatever this is called. And they're going to go make a play for Zoid. As I mentioned before, without bombs, logically, it is not logical to get out of Zoid without bombs in these settings. If you know the trick, you can get out. You can do like Kirby Fan said in Twitch chat. You can go wall boost with the boost ball. That is not going to be the case logically. So Nye has Wave and Ice. No Charge Beam yet. Arrow is done with this puzzle and is on to Furnace. While Furnace has no majors, we have Spider, and logic to me says, let's go clear out and go get Antechamber, because we got Wave and Ice. Let's get Antechamber, and let's go get Elder Chamber if we had Plasma. And it's very possible we could have something like Space Jump over at Antechamber to go back and get our artifact. Again, you'll notice the Racer's not checking a lot of these minor item locations. They are just flying. Nice power bomb drop, though, there for Nye. Again, no charge beam. You can't just stand in one location and go and pick it up. You have to actually go over and pick it up. One more hit should take out Zoid here for Nye. Arrow Razor in. Haul the Elders. The Elder Room, if you will. And again, keep in mind, interested to note here, we have Wave Beam to logically get to Antechamber. There's Nye's Morph Ball Bombs. I wonder where our launcher's at. I think it's in Ruined Fountain. That'd be my guess. Nye is hot on Arrow's tail. Again, Arrow technically ahead on spacing. Nye ahead on items. That Ice Beam. If Arrow does not go back for that artifact, they are not going to come across Ice Beam for quite some time. Again, in these presets, it doesn't really matter. But still. Again, doesn't really matter in these presets, and the reason I say that is because... Oh, nice grapple beam. Reason it doesn't matter in these presets is the doors are all blue. So, Ice Beam does not matter for opening up doors. Does it matter for enemies? Sure. But it's open world. It doesn't matter. If you two want to get involved in any of these weeklies, or just want to play some Metroid Prime Randomizer for fun, make sure you head on over to the Metroid Prime Randomizer Discord, !MPR, in the Twitch chat for the link to the Randomizer Discord. Arrow taking the grapple beam and working their way back to Flagra. Interesting that Arrow has grapple beam, and I just have no clue where it's going to come in handy. We don't have, I mean, we can get to Magma Pool, but we don't have Varia. And none of those are a major item location. Again, folks, your major items locations here in Chozo are Hive Totem, Ruined Shrine, Tower Chamber, Tower of Light, Barn Dome, which is Zoid, both Sun Chambers, checks, Flagra and Chozo Ghost, Watery Hall, which has Charge Beam, Antechamber, Ice Beam, and of course, Elder Chamber, which we need Plasma for. Nye is going to bomb jump and not get there. It's okay. Gonna try this again. Little tough without space jump. Arrow Razor currently trying to bomb jump over this gate and does. Nicely done. All right, folks, get your predictions in now. What item is Flagra gonna have? I'm gonna go with Vanilla Varia. What do you all think? There's Nye's grapple, both racers having grapple beam. We got a guess for launcher. Anyone else? Actually, I don't logically think this could be launcher, because you need missiles to kind of stun Flagra. Would make things a lot faster. I mean, technically, I guess you don't, but whatever. Again, no space jump means you keep quick Flagra kill here. Gotta do this casually. We got a gravity guess. I'm going with Vanilla Varia. Another Vanilla Varia guess. Nye, interestingly enough, has decided to finish up the Talon checks and is headed to Life Grove. They are open. Little tough to do, though, if this isn't Space Jump. That's the problem. We already got Spider Ball in it! Gravity suit! Hey, Kirby fan, give yourself a cookie. Nice guess. I'm kidding, Kirby, but well done. Kirby has guessed that correctly. Nice gravity suit. Arrow Razor is now going to go for the second Sun Chamber check. Their Space Jump Nye gets the item they need. Man, Space Jump's just in a really rude location in the seed. Oh, Faria! Nye routed this correctly. Nye went from anti-chamber to the two Talon checks of Life Grove. Came across the two items that you really need to progress here in the game, and that is Space Jump and Varia. Arrow, that gravity's gonna come in handy if we have to get to Gravity Chamber, but what a clear for Nye. This puts Nye firmly in the lead. If Chozo Ghosts, is it Plasma or Phazon Suit? This could be Nye's race to lose. Frigate has no majors. Yeah, 300 pellets for Arrow Razor. If it's Charge Beam, that helps out Arrow, but you know, not exactly needed for Exo Skip if either of these runners know it. Also, folks, I want to give you all a huge shout out for being here. Yes, Brawler, this is Major Minor Open World Week, or Open World Major Minor. Arrow needs this to pay off. Naya's taking a refill here at the save station. Very nice. And now Nai, we'll see where they end up going. They have Magmore and Phendrana open to them. Are they going to go for the Sun Chamber checks? What is this item here for Arrow Razor? It's a Metroid. After all, the Arrow is not happy. Arrow, I don't blame you. Arrow finds a Metroid. Again, Nai is firmly in control of this seed. Oh, firmly in control of the race, rather. Interesting enough, too, not one energy tank has been found yet for these racers, so they still gotta be very, very careful. Arrow's gonna be wondering, where the heck is my Varia suit? The thing for Arrow is Arrow's gonna have to go all the way back to late Chozo, which does not look like what they're routing in right now. Looks like they're going back to Tower Chamber. There's our first energy tank in Vault. And Arrow wants it. Might be thinking doing some heated runs. Still very, very tough to do. For me, I think I'd need about 3 to 4 energy tanks to be safe if I knew how to really clear Magmore fast. And I'm making their way back to Ruin Fountain. Now it's Space Jump. They're going to go get their artifact. They're not even going to Flagra right now. They're going back for that artifact in Tower Chamber. There you go, K-Rar. One energy tank. This is just not good. Naya's flying. Naya's caught up to Arrow. Both in Ruin Shrine here. Arrow is going to finally get their Ice Beam. Oh, unfortunately does fall. Unfortunately, having the Chozo Ghosts here in this room does not help when you're trying to get up to Tower of Light. So is Ice Vanilla? No, Ice was in Tower Chamber. The artifact, one of them, is in Tower of Light. Again, Arrow now is about 5 minutes behind Nai because Arrow's going to have to go all the way to Life Grove to get their progression, and that is Space Jump and Varia. And then they're going to have to go route this entire tower back. Arrow is not happy. Or I'm sure Arrow's not happy. Yes, Gravity Suit on Flagra. Metroid on Chozo Ghosts. But Gravity Suit does make things interesting if we have to go to late Fen. Like if there is, let's say there's Charge Beam at Gravity Chamber, where Gravity Beam at where Gravity Suit is. I can see that. So, Nai gets their artifact. Even if Arrow knows Exo Skip, they're in such a hole right now. Nai found the 2 items that they really needed to start opening up the rest of the world to them movement-wise, and they did a fantastic job. So, folks, let me talk to you about Magmore and what major item locations we need to check there. It's only 4, folks. Again, Magmore, pretty small. But we got Lava Lake, Short Tunnel, Warrior Shrine, and Plasma Processing. You do see Nai making a play up here for Vault. This is also a really good time as Nai goes and gets their energy tank and Arrow makes their way back to Life Grove, makes their way to Life Grove. For me to tell you all to follow these amazing runners, ! Are in the Twitch chat to follow the runners. And if you're interested in following the commentary and tracking team, !C. I'm actually going to do a quick shameless plug. I'm doing a couple of charity streams. One tonight from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And the bot's broken. I will get right on that. Hey, at least the commentary one works. Why does exclamation R and point R not work? Really strange. So now we'll take a quick safety save and energy refill here in Magmore again. One energy tank in Varia. Gonna make their way all the way through. Again, we're gonna be checking Lava Lake first, which is a major. And then we're going to go check Shore Tunnel. Then we're going to check Warrior Shrine. Technically, we have what we need for plasma processing, but we don't really need to go there right now. An X-ray visor in Lava Lake. Both of these racers are very experienced. They know how to clean things up and make with the going. Arrow, back in the Hall of the Elders room, now needs to make a very fast play to get back on up and is going to have to hit this bomb jump. It is a very tough trick to hit, but they do it. Oh, it was a second bomb jump. My bad. They did already clear this. Good job, Arrow. So now Arrow realizing, you know what? Damn, it's probably Life Grove. Did anybody catch what Short Tunnel was? I missed it. Nice stream, a little bit buggy. Thermal visor. Big find. So that's all visors found already. And another energy tank. Nice. 3 energy tanks down. Short tunnel. There's nothing. Unless Nye got it already. Best music in the game, folks. Magmore Caverns. And Nye's into the lava. Nye realizes they don't even have to go for the item because it's not a major. Vanilla Wave is an artifact. Vendrana has some good music. Farfen is great music. It's in my top 3. And I mean, of course, you got to give some love to Frigate Crash Site. Those are probably my top 3. Magmore Caverns, Frigate Crash Site, and Farfendrana. Depends what you want for number 2. Do you want some upbeat music, or you just want some calm, relaxing tunes? They're a tie for second for me. Frigate Crash Site is a jam. It's just so peaceful. Like, it's not peaceful, like relaxing. But Arrow Razor finally gets their progression items of Space Jump and Varia. It is. I also am not ashamed to admit that, you know, when I work, like when I was back in the office back in the late 2010s, I would have the Prime soundtrack on my phone and I'd listen to it. right? Like whether you'd go to like a Spotify or whatever, you'd have the soundtrack. I don't know if I like it. Just like you just listen to the soundtrack and just enjoy. The Ratchet and Clank Deep Space Jams is fantastic. I got the Earthbound soundtrack. Super Metroid is great. Just there is some really good video game music that is just good concentrate music. Arrow Razor going for bar skip. This is where Arrow Razor can make up some time. Flop in, or not flop, make your way into mines. Yeah, someone sent me a Magmore Caverns orchestral version that's outstanding. I don't know who did it. F-Zero GX. Very nice. So now he just has to go take care of the Mama Sheegoth and grab artifact number 2. No, it's Phazon! Chozo Ice Temple has the artifact. Phazon suit for Nye. Nye's in go mode. Well, if Nye knows Exo Skip, they're in go mode. Still need Plasma Beam. You wanted something on Vanilla Wave, K-Rar. Ratchet and Clank Deep Space Jams. That's like an hour, 30 minutes plus on YouTube. Just outstanding music, back and forth. Just when you just need that little bit of extra concentration music, it's just a fantastic way to go. I love using it for work. K-Raw, you might get your wish here of charge on PMT. I'm kidding. Well, you want it on OP, I think. We're about to see what Fen Canyon has. This is one of the other majors. It's a Metroid. You have majors here in Fendrana. We've already seen most of them in Front Fen. Chapel of the Elders, Chozo Ice Temple, Fen Canyon, and Quarantine Cave. We know Chozo Ice Temple's an artifact. You've got 3 majors inside the labs, which is Control Tower, Observatory, and Research Core. And then Farfen has 2. It's Gravity Chamber and Storage Cave. So those are the ones we're looking at here for Fen. Arrow Rays are going to go pick up an expansion. They're back in Talon. They're headed to Root Cave. Excuse me, they're headed to Magmore. Nicely done, Arrow. Nye has entered the Ruined Courtyard. Another energy tank. Now we're finally finding some energy tanks here, folks. Ta-da! All right, Nye. Loading up the room. We're going to find a research lab Hydra. Onto the artifact, not the artifact. Onto the major here in observatory. And now I'm missing observatory dash. It's all good. I'm gonna try it again. What was that? Was that another Metroid, folks? Looked like nothing. That's 2 Metroids? Hopefully we get something in Research Core. The only thing Nye's looking for at this point is plasma. Supers would be nice to have. We don't need the beam combos. Arrow Razor's gonna go for plasma processing. That's interesting. This is a major item check. Arrow Razor knowing they're trying to make up time. There's the artifact and research core. What is Arrow gonna find? Charge Beam could be big, but Plasma's even bigger. It's Plasma! It's Vanilla! We found Plasma! Well, Arrow found Plasma. That is a huge find for Arrow and the one item that he needed. Arrow needed that to be plasma because Nye hasn't found it, and if Nye never back with plasma processing, that could get Arrow back in this race. This is why you play the game, folks. Nye and Frozen Pike making their way over to both Gravity Chamber and to Storage Cave. Doopity doop 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 doop. Doop doop. Like I said, folks, this song is just really, really good. JD, it is open world. Everything is open. All blue doors. Ice Spreader and Storage Cave. So sorry, Naya's in Fendrana's Edge, now heading back to Frozen Pike. You are welcome. Yeah, good call, bro. The only thing you need Plasma Beam is Chapel Delos, which we do know, I believe, is an artifact. Watch Nye come across Charge Beam here. Missile expansion. Nye wants the missile expansion. Misses it. Does not plop into the water. Is going to check, and we're going to find... I can't tell what that was. It's Charge Beam! I called it. I called it. Remember, Phazon is in Chapel of the Elders. Arrow might very well backtrack through here. Gonna have to go through Dark Labs if that's the case. All the lights will be off. Charge Beam for Nye. That is huge. But Nye has no gravity suit. So chat's making a really good point. Arrow's gonna beeline that hit go mode. Arrow's gonna have an advantage there. Yes, again, Arrow's gonna go back way through labs here. Most likely. They're gonna grab their artifact, and they're gonna go through labs. They're gonna find the two Notroids and move on. No, they are not. Arrow is actually leaving labs. As long as Arrow doesn't go to fight Thardus. Back to the Frozen Pike. We have a race, folks. Nye is going to have to find Plasma Beam. Because I believe... Someone post those artifacts again, but I believe an artifact is an Elder Chamber. Arrow Razors and Farfen. Yeah, you're right. Arrow's doing the Farfen loop. And down goes Arrow. Arrow's going to get their Charge Beam. Arrow Razor gets his ice spreader. There you go, folks. Nye is routing in. Nye was just absolutely insane routing this game. Once Nye gets Plasma Beam, Nye's in go mode. Nye is just having an app. Just the way Nye is routing this seed is incredible. And there you go, Nye's in go mode. Arrow's going to be extremely careful. 29 energy left. Takes a little bit of an energy refill. Arrow's going to be really careful here. All right, Arrow's getting back to good health. A good energy round. Charge Beam Gravity Chamber. And there is an energy tank for Arrow that they should have no problem getting as long as they stop getting bullied by the Shadow Pirates. Arrow needs that energy tank and will get it. It's getting bullied by the turret and the Shadow Pirates. Nye is in go mode. Arrow is not there quite yet. Arrow is making their way back to front fen. Nye routing back in front fen right now. We need to go get Chozo Ice Temple, Elder Chamber, and the 2 lower mine checks. Storage Depot A and Central Dynamo. The only majors we haven't found yet are Supers, Wave Buster, and Flamethrower. Wave Buster would be cool. They are most likely, all in Phazon mines. We have cleared Talons majors. We have cleared all of the Chozo Ruin majors with the exception of Elder Chamber, which we know is an artifact. Quarantine Cave could have something. We haven't cleared Thardus yet. But everything else in Fen is done, and obviously all of Phazon still open. 6 checks down there. 4 in upper mines, 2 in lower mines. We don't know where Launcher is. My guess is it's Ruin Fountain, but who knows? We did get missiles early, so it could have been a Ruin Fountain play. Oh, that's right. Launcher should technically be as one of the majors. I have no idea where it is. All right. Sam showing off. Sam has finished in first place with an official time of 54 minutes and 48 seconds. GG's, Sam. Yeah, I said it. Someone's already finished the seed. He had to insanely route this seed, though. This seed should not have been that fast. Well done. GG's, Sam. Well done. All right, Sim, I want to know. You're more than welcome to hop on the Discord. How the heck did you finish that in 54 minutes? That's what I want to know. You must have God routed the seed. Or had, like, the most insane routing and speed of all time. You skipped plasma. There you go. So you exo-skipped. Even if skipping plasma, that saves all of 2 minutes. You'd have to exo-skip Prime. And you must have completely skipped Farfendrana. Yeah, you skipped Farfen. That makes sense. Skipping Farfen, skipping Magmor, and just getting your artifacts and going. Well done, man. Well done. Very, very impressed. You are welcome. Arrow gets their Ice Temple artifact, the Chozo Ice Temple artifact, and now Arrow's finally going for a Phazon suit. It'll be really interesting to see how Nai routes this. My guess is this is going to be Mines back up here to Magmor. See, Chozo's so far out of the way. That Elder Chamber check is just, that's tough. Wait a minute. Have fun, Diamantus. Hey, Sam. If you skip Plasma, how did you get the Elder Chamber artifact? There's an infinite speed in Hall of the Elders. That makes sense. Right, because infinite speed is allowed. That makes sense. Nai gets the power bomb they need, and they're off to plasma processing. Excuse me, not plasma processing. PPC. Phazon Processing Center. Will be interesting to see if Nai peaks PCA. Again, probably not. We're in go mode right now. Again, PCA, not a major. 9 needs power bombs. And 9 needs energy. So Sam, let me see if I got your route correct. You must have went Alcove to Artifact Temple, Morph, and then just, what did you do? Full clear Chozo with the exception of Flagra, go right to Life Grove, route back in Ruined Shrine, routed in Boost Ball, routed in your Artifact, routed in Ice Beam, and then just flew through the rest of the seed? I'm trying to figure out how crazy this seed is, and you finished it so quickly. I am very impressed. And for all of you fans out there of Sam, Sam is taking mentors right now at the low price of $995 an hour. I'm totally kidding. Free! Nah, you need energy and a power bomb. Folks, you gotta have fun. As my dad says, life's too serious to be serious. Nye, please, you have 6 energy. Oh, Nye, don't pull a Diggle Wrath, please. Nye. Stop it. Okay, thank you. What is it with these racers in that, like, tunnel? So if you have no idea what I mean by that, go back on YouTube and watch Cosmonaut versus Digglewrath. Digglewrath was in that room at, you ready for this? 2 HP, took a hit from one of the things and was down to 1 HP. It was hilarious. Alright, here we go. Sam's route, Alcove to Artifact Temple to Hive Totem, Ruined Shrine into Tower Chamber, which was Ice Beam, Zoid, Antechamber, Life Grove, Magmore from Talon. Cleared Magmore, makes sense. Front Fendrana. Infinite Speed for Chozo Ice Temple. And for Phazon Suit, that explains the time skip. Labs, Magmore into Mines, which was the skip of Farfen. Central Dynamo. Ooh, you reversed a Dynamo to SDA. Save Warp, Tower Light, Elder Chamber, Exo Skip, finish. Very nice, Sam. Very, very nice. Infinite Speed is not one to mess around with either. A very difficult trick to pull off correctly. Both Nye and Arrow Razor hanging out inside Upper Mines. Both racers are in go mode. Both have phase on. Both have plasma. Sim said that they had the bright idea of not saving it all, except at the end of the scene at the ship. Still makes sense. You must have did really good on energy. Both racers hanging out, high-fiving in Central Dynamo. Arrow did get charged. Arrow has everything, except for supers, wave buster, and flamethrower. I agree with you, Sim. I was going to ask you about finding your E-tanks, because you are right. Finding E-tanks in this preset is tricky. Nah. Be more interesting to see where supers are. Probably on Omega Pirate. Interesting. Oh, this maze is brutal. Okay. Not one of the nice mazes. Sim, I'm gonna guess. Did you finish with 3 energy tanks? Because the first energy tank that we saw here on the restream was Vault. Yeah, 3 energy tanks. That makes sense. I've calmed enough of your races, Sam, that I figured that was your energy tank loadout. Nye headbutting the door to shove it open. Nye making their way to Storage Depot A. That'll be Artifact 5. Arrow Razor with 3 artifacts. Storage Depot B has... Was that seriously our freaking missile launcher in Storage Depot B? Are you kidding me? I quit. You can take over commentary. I quit. How is that logical? What the foop? I'm kidding, Up. You don't get to take over on commentary. That's just tilting to see launcher all the way that far. Imagine, folks, if we actually made the racers go through this the hard way. With no missiles unlocked until you find launcher. I think that's a great idea, Sam. However, when we find launcher, if we're going to do that kind of preset, you get all your missiles up at the way. Kind of the same way Bash Prime does some of his seeds. I kind of like that idea. Just find launcher when you get all your missiles. Find main power bombs, get all your power bombs. That's an idea. Would be fun to watch, that's for sure. Artifact for arrow complete. We're tied, folks. 4 artifacts apiece. Nye's about to finish this off and get artifact 5. Arrow still needs to go get the 2 left in Chozo, Elder Chamber and Tower of Light. Nye just needs Elder Chamber. Arrow's last 2 artifacts. As Tower of Light and Elder Chamber. Nice, Elder Chamber. Nye is close. Arrow may have their Tower of Light artifact, but it, well, has their Elder Chamber artifact. Did Arrow already get Elder Chamber? All right, then we got a race, folks. We have not found supers yet. And there is Nye's last artifact. Nye is now off to a save station to work to start. Sam's actually holding the super missiles at their house. Looks real good on their mantle. I'm kidding. Would not surprise me if it was on Thardus. Wouldn't surprise me if it was on Omega Pirate. Wouldn't surprise me if supers were PMT. Arrow with his last artifact. Here comes the warp to start for Nye. Folks, this entire race could come down to late game RNG if they both don't do exo skip. This is insane. Nye was ahead for such a long time, but Arrow's late game movement has been so on point that they have almost caught up. By the way, thank you to our volunteers synced up our racers. Thank you. I figured it was you, Sam. Thank you. Alright, now let's see if the chat bot works. Exclamation point R, go follow these runners. Exclamation point C to follow the commentary and tracking team. Commentary bot was working earlier, and the race bot still is broken. Yeah, commentary one still works, race one's broken. Alright, it's looking good for the Ridley fight. Nye looking for no dashes. Needs to maintain their lead. Make sure you follow the runners, folks. Sam is going to put in their Twitch links. What a nice snipe from Nye. Beautifully done. Misses the second snipe. It's all good. Ridley's almost done. Arrow now just waiting. Gets it. Done. Nye onto the impact crater. Arrow Razor waiting for Ridley to jump down, and boost ball time. Good night, Ridley. Arrow onto the last Ridley phase. What a race we have. Folks, make sure you stay tuned to all the Speed Gaming channels for all the insane speed racing that we have here for you. We have tons of Super Metroid Dash Randomizer tournament going on. The mystery tournament today. So many races if you're interested in that. If you like some fantasy football and you like raising money for charity, and let's face it, who doesn't? At least raising money for charity, that is. I'll be having one of two charity streams tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern, raising money on my Twitch channel for Fantasy Cares as part of the Scott Fishbowl 14. I'll tell you what's not charity right now is what Ridley's getting from Arrow in order to finish this fight. Ridley does not care. Oh, Arrow's getting bullied by Ridley and the missile delay. Here we go. Nice. Subchamber 1. Arrow onto the impact crater, folks. There is less than a 2-minute difference from these racers. How fast can Arrow Razor climb what I have dubbed the worst game? The Phazon Core. This room is just a pain in the butt to get up casually. This is going to be insane. What is the RNG gonna be? This race could come down to RNG. This race could come down to pool skips. Nye onto sub-chamber 2. Arrow Razor still climbing phase on. Nye is continuing to supplant their lead. Every second count. Arrow Razor doing a great job of avoiding the vision. Metroid does hit one, though. Arrow Razor climbing, can't get grabbed here, needs to speed. Arrow, you gotta fly! No Exo skips. We have an Exo fight on our hands. Metroid Prime Exo. We get a Metroid Prime Exo fight on our hands, folks. Nye almost done with Sub-Chamber 2. Arrow Razor ready for Sub-Chamber 1. This is neck and neck. This could come down to either Prime Essence RNG. This could come down to Prime Exo RNG. Pool Skip RNG. Nye on to Sub-Chamber 3. Metroid Prime fans here, you are all, I'm sure, on the edge of your seats, faces supplanted firmly into your monitors. Okay, please, if you're too close to the monitors, please back away. Safety first, folks. Winner of this race has to 1v1 Sam and Metroid Prime. I'm kidding. One v one battle, Sam. I'll give you Phazon beam. They get the other beams, and it'll be 1v1. Your Samus versus their Samus. It was a joke. Nye's getting really good RNG here. A couple ice beams, and that all-important ice spreader for this fight. Hey, Sam laughed. There we go. And another ice mode. But not enough missiles. No. We're not going to 1v1 Sam IRL. No. I'm kidding. I was kidding. Take a joke, Twitch chat. Another ice mode, but again, out of missiles. Can't use that ice spreader. Arrow Razor getting an early ice phase as well. On to Sub-Chamber 3 for Arrow. No super missiles for Nye. Where were our supers, Sam? Where were the supers in this seed, Sam? I'm curious. I'm going to guess PMT. I was right again! PMT supers, let's go. PMT supers. And that's it. Nye's on to Metroid Prime Essence. Arrow Razor still in Sub-Chamber 3. Wow. All right. Arrow Razor in the final Sub-Chamber now. On to Sub-Chamber 4. 1 minute and change separates these racers. Here we go. First pool for Nye. And they execute this perfectly. Had trouble finding the pool to get things started. Nice, second pool. Nye versus Arrow. Arrow is not getting good RNG here in sub-chamber on a wave phases. This all comes down to RNG. Nye having a little bit of an issue finding that last phase on pool. This could be a 4-pool fight for Nye. Nye doing what they can to avoid that, but this does look like it's going to be a 4-pool fight. 4-pool fight for Nye. Arrow Razor is getting bullied by Metroid Prime in Sub-Chamber 4. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, boys. All ages. No pool skip here for Nye, and that will do it. Time. Nye wins the race. You're on the stream. Set your GGs over in the Twitch chat. That was a fantastic race. GGs to Nye. They finish in second place with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 54 seconds. In the time that it took Nye to finish the seed, Sam has already taken a shower, had lunch, made himself lunch, gone to the gym, gone to work out. They had so much time in that half hour. I'm kidding. GG's to Nye. We have no audio here for Arrow, so sorry, we are going to have a little bit of silence. Here comes the winner here on the restream. It is Nye. Nye, GG's.
GG's.
What a race.
Oh god, Arrow's Nessens?
Huh?
Oh, Arrow's Nessens.
Arrow finally onto face Prime Essence.
Okay, that was really close.
Oh, you both were really close. Like, what? I'm gonna get into it when when Arrow gets in here, but man, this race was really back and forth. I'll ask this though while we watch Arrow finish off Prime Essence here. How did you feel when you came across your plasma beam?
I actually let go of the controller, immediately shot at the plasma beam, and gave it the middle finger, and I continued playing.
I don't blame you. Samus apparently had turbo boosters on. Storage depot beef a missile launcher. Freaking rude.
Yep. And you'll see supers in a minute.
Yeah, we already know where it is. Sam told us. So, short tunnel wave buster and elite research flamethrower. Okay. That's fine. And Arrow Razor is done as well. They finish. Where is it? There it is. Arrow finishes in third place with an official time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 9 seconds. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you both about this because this could have gone either way the entire time. Just absolutely insane. I like the yellow finish on that timer too. So we'll wait for Arrow to join. There's Arrow. GG's, Arrow.
GG's. I had this weird feeling I was either right behind him or right ahead of him. Because I was like, he was weird.
Alright,
and
so
then
I was waiting.
I was going to say, then proceeds to have the worst exo I've ever had.
Yeah, that's, you got bullied in Sub-Chamber 4.
Sub-Chamber 4 destroyed me. I'm like, come on!
Okay, so I'm just going to recap this for everyone that may have just tuned in. I don't think you both realize how close you were at times. Arrow had the early lead in the seed. And then Arrow,
Last location, space jump.
the biggest thing, Arrow, you went into Subchamber. Nye went to Life Grove. So Nye immediately went from Antechamber into Life Grove. And obviously that's where Space Jump and Varia were. And then we saw you have so much fun with those pellets on Chozo Ghost just to find nothing.
I considered going straight to Life Grove, but I was like, unless it's exactly Space Jump, I can't get out. So I'm just going to assume it's not Space Jump. Oh, well, it was Space Jump.
Yeah. It was weird because that was Nye's up when they went there first. You found Plasma Beam first after Nye found Phazon.
Yeah, let's talk about Vanilla Plasma Beam. I'm like, I just got into Magmor through Twin Fires. I was like, I'm going to do Plasma Processing.
Because I can tell you their thoughts. They already told us their thoughts.
Probably wasn't happy about that one. Vanilla Plasma and Vanilla Bombs this seed.
Yeah, no, Nye said they flipped off. They dropped the controller, flipped off Plasma, and yeah.
That was my reaction to Space Jump. I was not happy when I saw Space Jump.
Nope.
Though
I've seen Space Jump there before, so I wasn't willing
I have
to.
too. The only reason I didn't do it because I was like, you can't get out unless it's exactly there.
Yeah, I also was thinking like Boost, Spider, Power Bombs. There is no way.
Yeah, that's why in the back of my head I was like, oh my gosh, this is pointing at Life Grove. I really hope it's not Space Jump. By the way, I saw it on the way through because I was passing by. I was like, wait, how's that there? Then it hit me. Nice missile launcher, by the way.
I don't want to talk about it. Y'all can blame K-Rar in Twitch chat for that.
You were expected to not get missile launcher until near the end of the game.
Ever. You can blame K-Rar for that. I
walked right past missile launcher, but I already had so many missiles. I'm like, nah.
Yeah, we can blame K-Rar for that. They mentioned something early on in Twitch chat about, I think it was missiles or charge beam or something being in PMT. So this is all K-Rar's fault. I'm kidding, K-Rar. We are just kidding. But middle game, Nye was clearly well on ahead, had their Phazon suit, went back to get Plasma. Like, just happened to run back into Plasma. Like, at that point, I'm like, okay. Arrow has Plasma, doesn't have Phazon, is going to end up getting Phazon anyway. If Nye doesn't check Plasma Processing,
I thought about rushing the artifacts and then just getting the Phazon hint, but I'm like, with what's left, the likelihood that Phazon is just chilling in Phendrana is super high. Charge with Gravity Chamber.
Yeah, Gravity Chamber, Emojini. Gravity Chamber.
I probably would have lost this if I had fought Fardas when I was in exiting Pen. But I had 0 missiles, 0 PBs, and that's it.
I entered Finn from the back, so my thought was I will only fight Stardust if I find Super Terran Finn.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Because I'd be coming in through the front.
Yeah.
This seed was something, and then towards the end, Arrow flew through Chozo and caught up to you, Nye. Both of you getting that Tower of Light artifact last. Like,
I did
I had the mines.
That was my first artifact. What are you on about?
I had mines and Tower.
Elder Chamber. Sorry,
I had mines and Chozo with artifacts left because I never went back for Tower of Light because I did Tower Chamber in SJ.
Yes,
I did too.
So I routed it in where I did mines first, exited through main quarry into the back of Chozo, and just did a whole circle.
Yep, and you caught up to Nye when you my bad. Arrow got the Tower Light artifact last. Nye, you got Elder Chamber. You were about a minute and change off from each other towards the end of that race. And then Arrow just gets bullied by Subchamber 4.
Yikes.
Also, note from Salmon Chap, Nye, you do not have to kill the Hall of the Elder's Ghost to get to Elder Chamber.
The bomb slots are not active, are they?
They are. It's just the statue isn't active. But that doesn't matter when Elder Chamber statue just moves out of the way.
Good to know.
I didn't know that either.
Mm-hmm. That was another piece of catching up. I was relying on late game, I was relying very heavily on movement. So I'm really glad movement was not a problem for me today.
When I went back to the race time room just to check to see if anyone was done, it kind of caught me off guard. I'm like, wait a minute. Sam is done? And I'm watching you to our restream going, how? Thank
My-
God for it. They wrote it.
my-
That's so insane.
My immediate thoughts when Sam
Wild.
finished was, okay, we got Space Jump immediately, and probably did early Finn pretty early. So I had phase on, so it's like, well, I'm just gonna grab this stuff and go.
Mm-hmm. So, Sam used that
Also-
wonderful infinite speed trick. That thing is so tough to pull off in general.
I also kind of forgot that all doors are blue at the beginning, so I didn't go to Artifact Temple.
Fair. Very fair.
I
Wait a
only
minute, now you're
realized
the
when
one
I got north and I didn't door locked and we're like, wait.
Yeah, I was straight to Artifact Temple. I'm like, let's just go here immediately. Oh, Spider Ball, cool.
I got
saw that, I'm like,
confused
okay.
when I got spider and was like, you know what? I'm getting power chamber.
Also, let me shout out the first half of the seed being stupid stingy on E-Tanks.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that was
It was terrible.
awful.
Like, I was like, I had Spider, let's go do Dynamo. 2 missiles. Darn it. I didn't even do shenanigans. I did vanilla Flagra fight, like no shenanigans, because I didn't have any E-Tanks, and if I was like, I miss a dash, I'm dead.
Yeah. So, speaking of almost dying, Nye, while you make all of us on the restream get a little bit worried with you when you're 6 HP heading into Diggle's tunnel, were you just trying to pull a Diggle there in Magmar or what?
Being pirates and not getting PvEs is a bad combination.
Look at it like this. It's almost as bad as me realizing in the middle of climbing Research Core that I only had 20 health. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm about to die.
Yeah, both
On
of you
hindsight,
really
I
scared us on the
probably
restream.
should've.
Thankfully, there was an E-Tank in Research Lab Aether, else I was doomed.
You couldn't even get that thing. The turret was bullying you. The shadow
The
pirate
turret,
was
they've been
bullying
trying
you.
to keep me from that E-Tank. I'm like, hold up. I'm going to back off, kill this Shadow Pirate, then rush the E-Tank.
Yeah, both of you. Like, don't need to give the fans on the commentator a little bit of like, please don't die. But that was just insane. So, again, folks, if you haven't watched it, when I referred to what Diggle did, what Nye did, that tunnel in Magmor, Diggle had 2 energy going in, 2 gets hit by one of the things and was down to 1. Was a race from last year's tournament, Diggle versus Cosmo. It was just crazy. And, of course, Nye gets there with 6 HP and brings back the memories. So what did you think of the seed overall? Like, is it once you found Space Jump, everything really kind of opened up to you all?
I mean, at that point, it was just clearing out every region. In hindsight, yeah, it was a mistake on my part not to do plasma processing first pass, but thankfully I didn't get too.
I mean,
punished.
same on my end for not going ahead and just committing to life growth. I had the save station there, so I could have done it.
Very good. All right, well, I got nothing for you folks. Do you have anything you want to talk about here before we get on out of here?
Not at all. I'm going to go get me some food.
Food. Sounds good to me. Got some Cheetos in front of me. I'm going to work on those. Have those little munchies. But, all right, Nye and Arrow, thank you both for the amazing race. It was absolutely outstanding to watch and commentate. And once again, big shout out to Op82 for tracking this entire race. And again, congratulations to all 4 racers for completing the seed. And congrats, Sam, on your insane half-hour plus win. Just insaneness. I can't wait to, like, if he has that on a VOD and go back and watch it. But anyway, with that being said, we have, and this is very cool, if you're a Metroid Prime Echoes racer, the Metroid Prime Randomizer 2 Echoes tournament has been announced.
That's actually why I'm surprised I did as well in this race as I did, because I've been hard grinding Echoes for the tournament. So I have not been touching Prime at all. So
if you're interested in the Echoes tournament, make sure you use !MPR in the Twitch chat. Come join the Discord and get involved in the tournament. It is going to be a fun time. Arrow and I, thank you both so much. Thank you, Op82, for tracking. I'm WXFan21 saying we'll see you next mission. Latest, peoples.